President Donald Trump is threatening legal action against Saturday Night Live because they hurt his feelings. I'm Nathan Seelove, and this is Factually Biased. So you know how conservatives are always talking about how the reason why they like Donald Trump so much is because he's this thick-skinned crusader of free speech and political incorrectness, and that all of these leftists are they're just whining, they're just infringing on free speech every time they call him out when he says something that they interpret to be racist or sexist or homophobic or bigoted in general? Yeah, so that guy? He is threatening legal action against Saturday Night Live and other talk shows because they make fun of him, because they're what he calls one-sided coverage. You know, he said something about how maybe the FCC or the Federal Elections Commission should look into it. Now, this is why people call Donald Trump a fascist. Because the idea of threatening legal action against people that make fun of you, against your political opponents that exercise their right of free speech, that is fascism 101. And the annoying thing about this is that there's so much one-sided coverage on the other side of Donald Trump. Now, no one is looking at Fox News or CRTV or any other conservative commentator and being like, oh, well, they're one-sided, therefore we should seek legal action and shut them down because all they're doing is talking about how great Donald Trump is. Nobody's saying that. The most that you have is there are some leftists that talk about deplatforming. And, you know, they talk a little bit about the methodology of deplatforming through targeting sponsors. So try to make it economically unfeasible for sponsors to continue to work with certain conservative commentators in order to, in order to basically defund them and get them off the air. Which brings me to another point in this whole debacle. Donald Trump, during the same period of time, made another tweet in defense of Judge Jeanine Pirro, who was recently pulled from Fox News for making Islamophobic comments about Ilhan Omar. Now, if he's trying to make the argument simultaneously that we should federally investigate SNL and late night shows because of their one-sided coverage of him, and at the same time, he is getting pissed off because there are advertisers that are pulling out of Fox News unless they're trying to pull out of Fox News, or at least pull out of the Pirro show, because she insulted Muslims, which, by the way, make up almost a quarter of the world's population. He's saying that's not okay. It's such an annoying double standard. Now, let me just say that I will always defend the free speech of anybody, no matter if they're right-wingers or left-wingers. I will always defend their right to free speech. If there's ever any prominent leftists that is making the argument that we should send in federal investigators to go, seek legal action against a right-wing news show or a right-wing YouTube channel or whatever, I will be against that I will fight it tooth and nail. But there's no intellectual consistency with Donald Trump. That's the issue here. So, look, if you support Donald Trump because you support traditionally conservative policies, I disagree with you. But at this point, it's gone beyond just traditional conservatism to straight up fascism. And because he says it so much, it's almost brushed off. It's like it's laughed at. But we forget that this guy is the president of the United States. He actually does have power over the FCC and over the Federal Election Commission. He actually has real power. He actually can do something about that. And that's a problem. If he is threatening some kind of retribution because of someone exercising their free speech, that should concern everybody. And I'm not hearing enough people on the right calling this out for what it is. So if you want to be a crusader for free speech, then that's great. Do that. Be a crusader for free speech, but make sure that you are being intellectually consistent with it. Well, that's today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my other stuff, and I will see you next week.